Hey there, freaking awesome people, Winnie here from Mind Now, and welcome back to Inspirational Mind, where we break down channels, interview people to gain their perspective on how you can master your mind to gain self-confidence and self-esteem, especially as an introvert. But hey, if you're an extrovert, don't shy away because the world needs you. And today we have a special guest. It is Rudsel from Trending Topics. I'm really excited that he's here today because he makes awesome content on his channel. And so thank you so much again for being here. How you doing, man?
I'm fine, great. Thank you very much to have you on my channel. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Yes, that's a good first question. I would say everyone has a certain amount of self-confidence. Of course, it depends on your own character, but most importantly, it depends on your environment. So if you are surrounded by supportive and positive people, then it's more likely you will gain more self-confidence in your life. So I would say that's the foundation. And of course, there are many things you can do to gain more self-confidence. The first thing I would recommend is to meditate, because through meditation you can get more focus and more self-confidence, and you will feel happier in general. And I'm sure you know this, there are many meditation techniques out there: mindfulness meditation or chakra meditation. I personally use the transcendental meditation technique of Maharishi Mahashogi. I don't know you. Yes, and that's a very beneficial, but that's a personal choice. I recommend everybody to just search for the meditation that best fits you best. So that's a great thing to do. Secondly, I would recommend to practice gratefulness, to practice gratitude. You know, it may sound very simple, but I have learned this from my mentor, and she taught me to be grateful for the little things in life. If you are able to rewire your mind and feel happy and privileged to be alive, or to have two arms or legs, then you will feel happier and more confident about everything. So that's a great thing to do. And the third point I want to say is to surround yourself with like-minded people. This is many people underestimate the importance of the people you are surrounding yourself with. So if you do those three things, I think you can gain more self-confidence.
Yes, I totally resonate with what you just said there. Also with meditation, I think it is one of the things that people don't acknowledge the benefits from, because I think if you do it correctly, it can help you immensely by being mindful of the things that you do, and your thoughts, how powerful they actually are. Because as you know, we have like 50,000 thoughts a day, and most of the thoughts are also kind of negative if you don't train your mind to actually be more positive. And also with gratitude, I've never done this, but now I'm recently doing this as well. And I can see that because of social media and because of a lot of things, we kind of compare ourselves with others. And so we say, oh, how can this guy have like so much money, or why is this person like so talented? But then we don't focus on ourselves anymore, but we put energy towards others, being reactive rather than proactive. And what you just said there, Russell, with gratitude and with surrounding yourself with the right people and meditating, is definitely a baseline and foundation to gaining more self-confidence. And guys, for those of you who are listening to this and watching this right now, Russell actually has an ebook concerning this. I also purchased it as well. I already downloaded it, and it was really helpful. So I will link it in the description down below, and it's also on his channel as well. Now talking about confidence, I think it's also really related to energy, having the energy and positivity. So my question is, how do you actually get that energy and being positive throughout your day? Do you have a morning routine, or what do you actually do there?
Yeah, sure. I have a morning routine, and I think it's very important to have kind of a plan and to work towards your goal. So I think if you have a goal and you are working on a daily basis to get where you want to be, then you will feel that kind of positive energy. So I meditate every day, and I also work out and do all kinds of stuff to maintain my positivity. So I think it's very important. I often talk about it on my channel to just do research, to do some inner work, to just find your deepest desire, to just find your purpose in life, your biggest passion, and to try to take little steps on a daily basis so you can feel the energy and the positivity. That's very, very, very important, the foundation. So I always tell my clients to invest time and to find yourself, to find your soul, very important, yes.
There's nothing better than investing in yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's managing your mind, your day, how you go about your day and your goals and etc. And talking about passion, that is something that really drives us and gives us that energy to do what we do. But how about those people who haven't figured out their passion or their purpose yet? What advice would you actually give to them?
Yes, that's a good question, because it's a common problem. Many people have lots of hobbies and things like that. So it's a challenge to find your biggest passion. One thing I would recommend is to just, for example, it's a trick, but you can close your eyes and imagine your monthly income is 10 times higher than your current income, and just imagine that you get this money for free, and then ask yourself what a day of yours will look like. So that's a way to just trigger your thoughts and just to go deep inside yourself to find the things you find important. So that's a way you can find your biggest passion. Also, you can write down some of the things you find really inspiring and just try things out. Try different hobbies, and so maybe you can discover some hidden talents. So I would say that's maybe three ways to find your biggest passion.
Yeah, definitely. What you said at the beginning there with the money, I think that is something that is also holding a lot of people back, because some people dream big and they might think, okay, you cannot turn this passion into money and you won't, so that is there are some restrictions there. And for those of you who are watching who are under 18 or under 20 or maybe in your 20s, I'm not in that position where I'm gonna give you advice, but I'm gonna give you my personal opinion, which is that you still have time. I'm not telling you to be lazy. I'm not telling you that, okay, eventually it will come to you, but because we keep on comparing ourselves with others, you think that, oh, I'm different, I don't know what to do. It is okay. Know that you have some time to really discover what your passions are, what your interests are, and remember that we all change. Like maybe in 5 years what your passion is right now, it might not be, in 5 years. So double down on this one thing, then do that. And if you have many interests like I do, then prioritize on one thing and still do the others. And who knows, maybe the other things might turn out to be the one thing that you're going to work for. So nobody really knows, but what I have learned is that you should do something, anything, right? Not only exactly. So I totally resonate with what you said there, Rudsel. And what my curiosity is, are you actually an introvert or an extrovert?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I'm a kind of a crazy guy when I'm at home, jumping around, things like that. So then I'm kind of an extrovert type of guy. But when I'm out, maybe at a party or at an event, I'm kind of introvert, because I'm used to observe people. I like to observe people and to just watch their behaviors. I've been doing this all my life. So then I don't talk too much when I'm having a good time outside my home. So it's kind of both things, I would say. You know,
kind of like an ambivert, so to speak, like me. I'm also
so I have many interests, you know.
yeah, and I guess it also depends on the situation. Sometimes you want to talk more, sometimes you want to observe more. And I'm also, like I said, more of an observing guy. And I did this as a little kid already, like asking myself, okay, why does this person do that, and why is he like that or she? And yeah.
Yes, I've always been interested in the human development. You know, it's a very and the mind is a powerful machine. So I'm always trying to get knowledge about the things you can do to design your own life. You know, to make it better. So that's
No, definitely. I also totally agree that your mind is so powerful, because once you yes, once you can really manage your mind, you can achieve a lot of things. But that's the difficult part. Like once you manage your, or how you can manage your mind. But as you have already said, you know, you need morning routine and all of the things that you have already laid out there. So
and again, I often repeat this. It's like a broken record, but meditation, it's such a powerful way to get in control, I would say, to get a tremendous amount of rest and to get to know yourself, your thoughts. So I would highly recommend everybody to just try it out for those who are not meditating, but because it's a powerful way to just reform and design your own mind and body.
yeah. No, totally. I also had that revelation when I first meditated, so I totally agree with you on that. Because you got to know yourself, right? And yeah, how did you actually figure out what you wanted to do in life?
Yes, that's an interesting question, because I started out as an civil engineer. So because I was born in Curacao, that's a small island in the Caribbean, close to Venezuela, South America. And so my parents always told me to just have a regular job. So I just chose a civil engineer. I came to the Netherlands and studied civil engineer. But after a couple of years, I realized it wasn't my biggest passion. So I quit my job and started my own company, Clever Input, because I realized that my biggest passion is helping people gain more self-confidence and achieve their biggest dreams. So that's the way. So I did some inner work. I just explore my inner self, and I found that my biggest passion is just helping people achieving their dreams and giving them insights and tools to get closer to their goals.
Yeah. No, totally, man. And see, you also did something else before you actually discovered, you know, your true passion. And so again, everyone who's watching and listening to this, don't feel like you're under pressure. Don't feel like, you know, you're different or anything. I just want to really emphasize on that part, that be patient, try things out, and know that you're really not alone. Like me, I'm 24, and you know, you might say like, okay, I'm 20, and you still don't know what to do. Don't worry.
You still have time. You still have time, man. You still have time to just evolve. You know.
Yeah, we all evolve. That is the great thing about humans. We should enjoy the process, because we keep on evolving and developing, and that is really amazing thing about us. And what has helped you the most in regards to achieving your goals?
You know, I used to swim competition in my teenage years, a long time ago, and that gave me much discipline. So I trained a lot, almost every day, to be physically strong. But we also did a lot of mental training. My coach taught me to visualize success. So with those tools, I have achieved many other dreams. So that gave me tools to achieve many dreams in my life. So to have the discipline to keep on pushing and just maintain a certain rhythm on a daily basis, and also visualize success, because your mind is such a powerful thing, you know. You can trick your mind because your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction. So if you trick your mind and just think about success, you will be more likely to achieve those dreams. So that's my career in sporting, doing sports, really helped me to gain more success, you know.
Do you actually do this visualization in the evening or in the morning?
Usually I do this at 11 o'clock, and not every day, to be honest, but almost every day. But sometimes I just skipped, you know, I'm busy with other things, but and sometimes before I go to bed. So you can just close your eyes, and everywhere you can visualize everywhere. If you feel comfortable, you just can do 10 minutes visualization. Yes.
What you actually do is you close your eyes and then you think of the person you want to become and really being in that state, right?
Yes, you really have to feel and smell everything of your dreams. So you try to see the things from the first point of view perspective, you know. So try to feel that. This requires a lot of training, because it's very difficult to just I recently made a video about it, to visualize correctly, but you can gradually train your mind to see everything as if it is happening right now. But it requires a lot of discipline, so it's very boring sometimes to train, but you will have much benefit doing this.
Wow. Okay. So you gotta really be specific with the smell, with how you feel in that moment, and everything. Oh wow.
Sounds, but also with the sounds, everything. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I've never really done visualization. I do meditate, but never really done visualization. But I've recently interviewed Henry Davis, and he also does visualization, and so I think I will incorporate that into my daily routine as well. Yeah, exactly. You never know, right? So how do you actually set goals, Russell?
Yes, that's a good one. You know, setting goals, like I said, if you have a good picture of your biggest passion, it's very important to write them down, because my mentor taught me also the importance of writing your goals down. So I have here, I think here, my book. I write all my goals down. So, and almost every day look at the goals and just try to have a clear picture on it. So, and then I work with a to-do list. So I work with a to-do list, so you can take small steps on a daily basis. So that's the way I set goals. But you really have to be passionate about your goals. So you have to do some inner work. So you have to be really passionate, because it will give you a fuel to keep on going when you have obstacles, you know. So that's why it's important to really be passionate about your goals.
Definitely, man. And do you actually set them yearly or monthly, or?
I set goals from now till and 5 years later, but also in smaller amounts. So I on a weekly basis I write them down. I have a method to write down weekly and monthly and in 5 years. So, and then try to just take small steps every day.
Oh, that's good, man. I mean, 5 years. That's the thing about a lot of people in their 20s. They don't really, including me in the beginning as well. We don't really see the bigger picture, meaning thinking long term, and because we all want instant gratification, right? So yeah. being patient is definitely one of the most important skills that we can really learn.
Trust the universe, man, and trust your own journey towards your goal. It's like taking small steps, and you really have to believe it's possible. So yes, it requires amount of trust. Yes.
Yeah, and we all have this one dark time where things doesn't go according to plans, when we have our goals and we just fall into this rut. And what do you actually do in those times?
Yes, I think everybody has those dark times. It's life can be hard. So I just try to practice gratitude when I'm feeling down. So to just remember myself and remind myself the privilege to be alive. Another thing I do is to coach myself. I talk. It's very important what you say to yourself, so you can be your own coach. So I try to remember and remind myself my previous accomplishments, so I can realize that everything is possible. So I try to get in the state of the desire I had once I had previous goals, and I try to just recall the feeling I had when I achieved those goals. So I try to use the feeling of achieving goals to give me positive vibes and to get me in the right state of mind. So I'm always talking to myself like a crazy man, but it's just to coach myself.
No, it's not crazy. I mean, we're all crazy, right? We're all unique. So being crazy is actually a good thing. And I totally resonate with what you said there. And what I've recently read from a book called Atomic Habits is that you should actually write the things down, the process that you have actually gained until that day, so that when you are in that dark time, you can look back of all the things you have done until then. Then you see, wow, you have actually done quite a lot, and it's just this one day, which is really temporary. And you see, like, if you compare that amount of, work that you've put in compared to that, one day, you'll feel a bit better about yourself as well. But also what you said, Rudsel, talking to yourself and being grateful, that will definitely help as well. So I think now it's time to talk about some books. So what is your all-time favorite book concerning mindset?
Concerning mindset, I would say I read a lot, but the first book who really inspired me is The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. So when I read this book, I really realized how powerful your mind can be to gain confidence and to achieve your goals. So when I read this book, it's highly recommended. I was really impressed by the possibilities you have to just design your own success, I would say. So that's one of my favorite. I also like psychological types of books. For example, Ethics of Aristotle. That's kind of deep stuff, but I like Socrates and all those things, Plato. So, but The Power of Positive Thinking, it's a great one. It's a great one, yeah.
Yeah, now I already know what to get after this. I put like all of the books into a buying list, because whatever you recommend and all of the people that I've interviewed, I would love to read those books as well. Now, talking about productivity, what's your favorite book concerning that?
Yes, that's a good one. I would say Deep Work from Cal Newport, I would say. It's a tremendous book about gaining space and creating space and time to really focus on your tasks. So he gave a lot of useful tips to, for example, shut down social media and to just putting deadlines to your tasks, and very very powerful book to read, because productivity, it's a time management is a very important thing, because we have all kinds of stuff and tasks. So it's very important to have kind of a system to be more productive. So I would say yes, Deep Work, Carl Newport. Yes.
Right, cool. No, I totally agree with you on time management, because I think time management, if you really know what you want to do with your day, and you can really manage, from this hour to this hour, I'm going to do that, and setting deadlines, I think that will also give you the self-confidence as well, because you've accomplished these things. So all of these things contribute to your personal
Yes.
self-development.
Yes, and I've learned this from the big entrepreneurs and businessmen like Dan Lok and Ty Lopez, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tony Robbins. They all saying the same thing about productivity, to value your time. Your time is very important, so you have to be sure to spend your time in the right, correctly, so efficiently, So I'm very, yes, I try to just make my list and just to be efficient with my time.
Definitely, man, definitely. Now, last book that I would like to hear from you is, what has helped you the most in achieving your goals? What is that one book?
There are many. It's a difficult question, because I think I would repeat the power of positive thinking. I think this is really a book that shows you how powerful your thinking can be. So I would say yes, the power of positive thinking. Yes.
Cool. And also, guys, for those of you who are watching and listening to this, there's a book from Rudsel. Again, I will link it in the description down below, and also on his channel. I think now it's $2 to $3. I was actually the lucky one who was able to download it for free. So, but I highly recommend it, because there are actually helpful and practical tips that Rudsel has already applied and is applying in his daily life. And like I said, I enjoyed that book really much. It was really helpful. Anyway, now Rudsel, because you're such an awesome guy, and because you're on my interview here, tell my people how they can connect with you further.
Okay, they can connect with. I have a YouTube channel, Trending Topics, so they can connect with me. And I have also a Facebook on my. I will send you the links. Facebook, and on Instagram they can connect with me. And I have also my own website, www.cleverinput.nl. So many ways you can connect with me. I like to have more friends, so I'm really excited about it.
I think they will connect with you. After this awesome interview, awesome knowledge that you have provided us and me as well, so I'm really thankful for that. But last question before you go, Rudsel. As you know, my channel is all about the mind, and I would like to know from you, what is the last advice that you would like to give to people concerning mastering your mind so that you gain that self-confidence? What activity has helped you the most, or what was that one revelation that concerning mindset and your mind to master it?
Yes, if I have again, meditation is such a great thing to do, and you really should give it a try, because that's the training you can give yourself, and investment to gain more self-confidence, and to gain more focus, and to feel happier. So that's the one thing. If I have to recommend one thing, I should recommend to just meditate and to follow your heart. It's very important to just follow your heart and trust the universe, I would say, and be patient. I mean, it's very important to just keep taking those steps, and you will get to the point where you want to be. I think that's the greatest thing to do. Yes.
Awesome, brother. I really love the fact that you really like meditation and meditating yourself, because I have meditated as well, and it's nice to see others meditating and seeing the benefits of it.
It's the foundation, man. It's the foundation, yes.
Yeah, I totally resonate with what you said there, and I can only recommend it as well because I do it as well. Anyway, thank you so much, Rudsel, for being here. It was really an awesome time interviewing you, and I gained a lot of knowledge from you as well. It was really, really fun. And guys, I hope you enjoyed it too. Rudsel, I hope you enjoyed it as well.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much for having me on your channel, man. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, man. And guys, tell me, what was your favorite tip and advice? Leave it down below in the comment section. I am looking forward to that. And yeah, remember that you are freaking awesome and that you can do it if you put your mind to it. Winnie out. For now.